SG quote to follow. By Martin Williams. Ministers failed to notify the EU about nationalising a shipyard at the centre of a ferry building fiasco despite being earlier found to have given £50 million of illegal state aid to 2 airports. Documents seen by the Herald on Sunday revealed that illegal aid was found to have been made to Sumburgh Airport on Shetland and Inverness Airport after both received taxpayer support that had not been approved by the European Commission. The EU has confirmed it was not notified of the state takeover on the issuing of 2 commercial loans to Ferguson Marine Engineering Limited in Port Glasgow totalling £45 million before the yard fell into administration and then public ownership. Under EU rules, member state governments are expected to notify the European Commission, which is in charge of treaty compliance, about proposed state aid moves. The intent of state aid rules is to avoid financial assistance given by the government to companies or other organizations that favors a certain company or commercial group and has the potential to distort market competition. The Herald on Sunday can reveal the European Commission has already found that Scottish Government support to 2 airports was illegal aid through the Highland and Islands Airports Limited, HIAL, company that it owns. Ministers had told the Commission it considered Inverness, which carried over 600,000 passengers a year, and Sumburgh, which carries over 300,000, would close to scheduled passenger services without public funding. But the European Commission found that more than £20 million provided to Inverness between 2012 and 2017, and £35.4 million to Sumburgh were illegal state aid in breach of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union, TFEU, which states that aid measures must not be put into effect before it had authorised it. The Commission also found that HIAL, the state operator of both airports, was not selected by a public procurement procedure for the public service obligations it was entrusted with and did not comply with its so-called Altmark criterion, which aims to ensure competition and transparency. It said in both cases, the public funding under examination distorts or threatens to distort competition and affects trade between the member states. In separate rulings about the Scottish airports in 2017 and 2018, the Directorate General for Competition regretted that the UK had allowed the aid to be put into effect before the Commission had made any decision authorising it. But it decided not to raise objections to financial support going forward. EU sources have confirmed that no state aid notifications about the Scottish Government's involvement with Ferguson have ever been made to the European Commission. The EU has refused to comment on the latest case, but if a state aid investigation for more on this story, visit the news article link.